Right now, the economic power of China is shaping the daily lives of millions of people across the United States and Europe in ways most people never consciously notice, but constantly experience. From the moment someone wakes up and checks their phone, to the clothes they wear, the appliances in their kitchen, and even the prices they see in stores, China's role is present in the background. When factories in China increase production, prices in American retail stores often fall, making goods more affordable. But when supply chains are disrupted, as seen in recent global crises, prices can rise quickly, affecting household budgets across continents. This invisible connection means that economic decisions made in Beijing can ripple through cities like New York, Los Angeles, London, and Berlin, shaping not just markets but daily life itself. To understand how this influence became so powerful, we have to go back to a very different version of China. Before 1978, China was largely cut off from the global economy. It operated under a strict, centrally planned system where the government controlled production, prices, and distribution. The country was predominantly rural, and industrial output was limited compared to Western nations. The turning point came when Deng Xiaoping introduced sweeping reforms that would change everything. He believed that economic growth required openness and flexibility, so he allowed foreign investment, encouraged private enterprise, and gradually introduced market mechanisms. This transformation did not happen overnight, but it set China on a path that would redefine global economics over the next few decades. The first major phase of China's rise was built on manufacturing and labor advantage. With a population of over 1 billion people, China had an enormous workforce willing to work at wages far lower than those in the United States and Europe. This attracted companies looking to reduce production costs and increase profits. Factories began to shift from Western countries to China, especially in industries like textiles, electronics, and consumer goods. Special economic zones such as Shenzhen became experimental hubs where policies were more flexible and business-friendly. These zones quickly transformed from small towns into massive industrial cities, showcasing the speed and scale of China's economic transformation. As production expanded, China began to build one of the most efficient supply chain systems in the world. The government invested heavily in infrastructure, constructing highways, ports, railways, and airports at an astonishing pace. This allowed goods to move quickly and cheaply across the country and beyond its borders. The result was a level of efficiency that made China indispensable to global trade. When China joined the World Trade Organization in 2001, it gained greater access to international markets, exports surged, and its economy entered a period of rapid growth. This integration into the global system strengthened China's position as a central hub in the world economy. For consumers in the United States and Europe, this shift brought significant benefits. The cost of everyday goods dropped dramatically, making products more accessible to a wider population. Items like televisions, smartphones, and clothing became more affordable, allowing families to enjoy a higher standard of living. This increase in purchasing power was one of the most visible advantages of globalization. However, these benefits came with hidden costs. As companies moved production overseas, many manufacturing jobs in the United States and parts of Europe disappeared. Entire communities that relied on these industries faced economic decline, leading to unemployment and social challenges that are still felt today. China's strategy evolved as its economy grew. It did not remain dependent on low-cost labor. Instead, it began to focus on higher-value industries such as technology, engineering, and advanced manufacturing. The government invested heavily in education and research, producing millions of skilled workers each year. Companies like Huawei and Alibaba emerged as global competitors, challenging established Western firms in areas like telecommunications and digital commerce. This shift marked a turning point as China moved from being a manufacturer of goods to an innovator and creator of technology. At the same time, China's domestic economy began to transform. A growing middle class emerged, with higher incomes and greater spending power. This new consumer base started driving demand within the country, reducing reliance on exports. People began spending more on housing, travel, education, and luxury goods. This internal growth created new opportunities for both Chinese and foreign companies, but it also intensified competition. For American and European businesses, China became both a crucial market and a formidable competitor. The economic relationship between China and the United States is now one of the most complex in the world. On one hand, The two economies are deeply interconnected, with trade reaching hundreds of billions of dollars each year. On the other hand, there are significant tensions related to trade imbalances, intellectual property, and market access. These issues have led to tariffs and restrictions that affect businesses and consumers on both sides. This relationship is not just about economics, but also about influence and global leadership in a rapidly changing world. For everyday Americans, the impact of China's rise is both positive and challenging. Lower prices for goods mean that households can stretch their budgets further, making life more affordable in many ways. However, the loss of manufacturing jobs has forced many workers to adapt to new industries, which often require different skills and education. This transition has not been smooth for everyone, and it has contributed to economic inequality in certain regions. The benefits of globalization have not been evenly distributed, leading to a sense of uncertainty for many people. In Europe, the effects of China's rise are equally complex. Countries with strong industrial bases, like Germany, have benefited from exporting machinery and automobiles to China. These exports have supported economic growth and job creation. However, other industries have faced intense competition from Chinese imports, which are often cheaper. The European Union has become more cautious about its economic relationship with China, particularly in sectors like technology and infrastructure, where dependence could create long-term risks. One of the most frequently asked questions is whether China's rise could make people in the United States poorer. The answer depends on multiple factors. China's growth has increased global competition, which can put pressure on wages in certain industries. However, it has also driven innovation and efficiency, creating new opportunities in sectors like technology and services. The overall impact depends on how well economies adapt to these changes and how effectively governments support workers during transitions. Technology has become one of the key areas of competition between China and the United States. The race for leadership in artificial intelligence, 5G networks, and advanced manufacturing is shaping the future of the global economy. Chinese companies, like Huawei, have become central to this competition, raising concerns about security and control over critical systems. This technological rivalry is not just about economic gain, but also about strategic influence and national security. Despite its rapid rise, China faces significant challenges that could affect its future. An aging population means that the workforce may shrink over time. Rising levels of debt and slowing economic growth also pose risks. The government is trying to shift toward a more sustainable and innovation-driven economy, but this transition is complex and uncertain. These challenges suggest that China's growth may slow in the coming years, although its influence will remain significant. For people in the United States and Europe, the rise of China highlights the deep interconnectedness of the modern world. Economic events in one country can quickly affect others, creating both opportunities and risks. This interconnected system requires constant adaptation from individuals, businesses, and governments. It also means that economic competition is no longer limited to national borders, but is part of a global network. Looking ahead, the relationship between China and the United States will continue to shape the global economy. Cooperation and competition will exist at the same time, creating a dynamic and sometimes unpredictable environment. The choices made by both nations will influence not only their own futures, but also the lives of billions of people around the world. This makes their relationship one of the most important factors in determining the direction of the global economy. In the end, China's economic rise is one of the defining stories of our time. It is a story of transformation, strategic planning, and relentless execution. It has changed how goods are produced, how markets operate, and how nations interact. For the United States and Europe, the challenge is not simply to compete with China, but to adapt to a world where economic power is more distributed than ever before. The future will depend on how societies respond to this shift and how they prepare for both the opportunities and challenges that lie ahead.